How you doing? It's Dan McDonald, LifeRegenerator, baby. I'm out here, I'm on the ferry. I'm headed over to see my kids. They live way out in a little town on the peninsula, the Olympic Peninsula. So anyways, it's a nice ferry ride every time I get to go see them. I wanted to say hello. I got a lot of ideas flowing through my head right now. I guess it just keeps coming to my head, plants. It had been a long time since I'd taken any type of herbal tinctures. Today I was at Whole Foods and there was herbal tinctures on sale for like respiratory herbs and sinus herbs and some immune boosting herbs. And I used to take a lot of those when I was working more closely with Robert Morse. And I took a lot of herbal tinctures and they were great. And I just, over the last year or so, I just stopped taking them. Well, today I took these herbal tinctures and it would just woke me right up back to the power of like plants. And not only plants, but like plant consciousness. And so bringing plants into your life is very beneficial. I was also doing yoga on the grass with my bare feet, bare hands, in the sunlight with my shirt off. You know, the sun. Let that penetrate your aura. Let the plant consciousness penetrate your aura. See, we have a couple of choices here. There's always a choice that you get to make. Now, you can choose like heavy metal or you can choose Mozart. Now, which one do you think is going to and that's going to affect your, you know, your template or your three-dimensional hologram, which is commonly referred to as your aura or your etheric body, whatever you want to call it. If I'm getting too far out for some of you, sorry, but this is becoming more and more common knowledge that these things exist. So if you want to enhance your body, let's say, you've got to enhance that electromagnetic aura, which is really the information that comes prior to it manifesting in the physical form, the physical flesh, the protoplasmic body, whatever you want to call it, the phenomenal world. You have to have that energy and information which comes prior to the manifestation. So whatever you want to create in your life, for me it's pretty easy. I always choose the highest choice. I always choose the choice that I believe is the highest ideal. So you can choose between, like I said, heavy metal or Mozart. Now, which one do you think is going to bring a more positive experience into your experience? More than likely, people screaming, kill yourself, kill the cats, kill the dogs, kill everyone, murder, death, kill, is not going to be that good for a person who wants to be a life regenerator. You're all life regenerators because you want to be here on this channel to improve the quality of your experience here on Earth. So, and that being said, you can also choose the cheeseburger or the salad. Now, remember, heavy metal's not bad or wrong, it just is what it is, and it has a propensity to create certain things within your experience. Same thing with the cheeseburger. It's just more dense, and the proteins are a lot harder to digest. So it's not bad, it's just that if you're having like skin disorders or something like that, and you choose the cheeseburger or the Taco Bell, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to clear the excess tissue wastes that are clogging up the pores in your skin in the first place, because if your kidney and your liver was flushing properly and you weren't eating a diet that consisted of too many excess starchy carbohydrates that are high heated, creating acrylamides, etc., and the proteins which are excess, which clog up the body, because especially when they're cooked at high temperatures, then you're going to have the skin problems. This is just an example for people who might be working on this one particular area or whatever. I'm just trying to use an example. So you always choose the higher choice. You know that there's a likelihood that the acne is not going to go away when you choose the cheeseburger as much as it is if you choose the salad, which is a lot more easily to digest. The proteins are already in the form of amino acids. You chew it very well. It's got high water. So the delivery system of the nutrients is much easier. The metabolic waste load is a lot lower. So you have that choice, and the choice that you make affects the matrix or the etheric body. So that's why I always try to choose like for example, I'll just give you an example right now. I have a CD called Tranquility in my DVD or my CD player that I'm listening to as I'm driving. It takes about 6 hours to get to my see my daughters from my house over there where I live. So I like to listen to, you know, positive message CDs as opposed to something that's like not positive. Like I could listen to politics all day about a bunch of dudes who are just trying to say the right thing so that they can keep their position, or I can listen to you know, DVDs and CDs that tell me, hey, remember to think positive, hey, you know, eat good food, or hey, you know, remember to think about God and to pray, or whatever the positive stuff, type of stuff that I listen to, so I can educate my mind, which all that information goes into the etheric body, and then it over time slowly manifests itself in my experience. It's called the saturation technique, and believe it or not, I picked that up from David Wolf. And ever since I heard about the saturation technique maybe 5 or 6 years ago or something like that, I've been a saturator. And I saturate with positive, because if you leave that empty space in a society like this and you're like, oh, I won't listen to anything positive and I'll just avoid the negative, and you'll just try to have that empty space, you better watch out, because the society is bereft with negativity and filth, and people want to, not people, but just the denser ego wants to infect you with it. It loves to drag you down. A family of people that are overweight loves you to be overweight with them. They might not know that, but it's just the way that it is, because as soon as you start losing weight and feeling better because you're eliminating the family's favorite foods, ice cream, burgers, fried chicken, and you start eating salads and fruit, and you start losing weight, that's not cool, because they're not ready to give up the fried chicken. That's all they look forward to every day after a day at their crappy job, because we haven't learned to create our lives yet by choosing the choices of listening to CDs that say, oh, you can create your own life. You don't have to be a mechanic just because your dad and your grandpa and your uncle are mechanics. You can find out what's deep and buried inside your heart by becoming aware and then becoming that. So listen to positive CDs that tell you, like I did, you can make your life up. You can create your experience here on earth, and then you'll be able to create your experience, whatever you want to do. You know, so saturate yourself with positivity, and don't leave no empty space for someone to come up on you with negativity, and fill your etheric body with that. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're thinking about the beneficial stuff. You're trying to be like, if God was the ocean, you want to be a cork and you want to rise to the top of that ocean. But if you've got a bunch of ballast or sinkers on your bobber or your cork, you're going to be down there. Now, what are the sinkers? Those are the negativity. I don't like myself. I'm fat. They all told me that I was fat, and I'll always be that way. I might as well accept it. That is a sinker. See? That is ballast holding you down. You're the cork in the ocean that wants to rise up to the top of your being and see your potential arise moment to moment. Okay, now, hate. I hate that guy. I hate Nazis or something, you know what I'm saying? And that, you holding that hate for them Nazis, guess what? That's ballast, or that's a sinker on your cork, okay? So just cut the line, baby. Cut the line of hatred. Cut the line of regret. Cut the line of I'm not good enough, you know? And because all the positive emotions that vibrate at a high frequency that will lift you to the top of the mountain, or float you to the top of the ocean of consciousness where peace and love reign forever, you know, those are the infinite fields. Those are the lighter energies, emotional in your heart. So love is really a good thing to cultivate in your heart, to rise up to the top of the ocean of consciousness, or of just awareness, you know, the field, whatever you want to call it. It's got so many names. It's only a vision that you have in the center of your mind, like the third eye or something like that. A lot of people don't like that stuff, but these are all the things that I've learned over the years And it doesn't need, the semantics are worthless. It doesn't matter. As long as you're floating up to the top of the ocean of consciousness, which is only the words that I use, that's what matters. Or you can carry around bags and bags of resentments, hatred, anger, and fear, and drag that heavy stuff around with you. But personally, it seems like to me that'd be like dragging around 10 pounds of bricks with you everywhere you go, or 100 pounds of bricks, depending on how much untrue things that you've been programmed with. Because the truth is, you're pure light, you know. So I have a very unique style of expression, but the truth is only one. So I get up here and use a lot of words. So don't get lost in the semantics and things like that, because I love Jesus, I love Buddha, I love Krishna. If you want to title me as something, title me as this. I'm a Christian Buddhist who chants Hare Krishna, okay? And I make it a mission to love everyone and everything, especially myself, especially yourself. What's wrong with you? Because if I don't love me and all my challenges, which are really just opportunities to grow, then how am I going to love other people? How am I going to love this life? I'm not going to be able to, because I'm the experience, the closest experience that I have in this life is my own experience, myself. I'm my own best friend. I'm my own gauge for what's going on. I'm closer to me than anybody else. Okay? So try not to get too lost in words, and just try to find the essence of the teaching, in that you want to let go of the stuff that's holding you back and cultivate those qualities that will allow you to just effortlessly flow down the river of this life. All you got to do is let go. The water knows where to go, its own level, and that's where you want to be, baby. Fresh and free. Like I said at the beginning of this video, put plants into your body and go out and touch the plants. Put plants around your house. Go into the woods and be around the plants. That's what this video was about. Make plants and plant foods and plant consciousness a part of your experience every day. Put your bare feet on the grass. That's a great way to get grounded. Thank you so much, my friends. Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, is out. Subscribe to these videos and check the links down below. I surely do appreciate that a lot. All right. The Most High be